Hello, my friends. So today we are going to be learning about the keys with two flats. We've got B flat and E flat in our key signature, and it is helpful if you memorize the order of the flats. The order of the flats is the reverse order of the sharps. So if you remember my acronym, Father Charlie goes down and eats breakfast is the order of the sharps. So when you have one sharp, it's F sharp, Father Charlie, F sharp, C sharp, etc. Father Charlie goes down and eats breakfast is the order of the sharps. So if you reverse that and start with breakfast and go that way, you have the order of the flats. So when you have a key signature with two flats, that's B flat and E flat, to determine the major side of the spectrum, which would be this light side, you just go back one flat. So if you have two flats, it's the key of B flat major. If you have one flat, it's the key of F major. So you just kind of have to remember that one. So if you have two flats, which is what we're doing today, we've got B flat major over here. To find the dark side, or the stuff that's kind of shaded in over here, you have to take the sixth scale degree of your major scale. So B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G is the sixth scale degree. So B flat major and G minor have the exact same key signature. Whenever you look at a key signature, you have two potentials. It can be either the light or the dark. An extra bonus point if it's a mode. So, but for now, we're just working with major and minor. So I'm going to play these for you so that you know what they sound like. We're going to hear them all. I've just written out the B flat major scale. Started on B flat, go up the stairs until you get to the next one. I popped in our 7 scale degrees, just like there's 7 days of the week, Monday through Sunday, right? With a return to, Monday again. So they all have their own individual function. So anyway, B flat major up here. Here's G minor down here. We're going to figure out the 2 other minor scales that go along with this though. So you've got your G natural minor, which doesn't tweak anything. And you know what? I forgot to put in the scale degrees. Let's pop those in. There we go. All right, so that's the natural minor. You can remember that because it's the same. It's kind of all natural. But if we were to tweak one thing, by raising the 7th scale degree, if we raise it a half step and this becomes an F sharp, creating 1.5 steps between 6 and 7, or an augmented second, we get the harmonic minor. I'm going to put a little H for harmonic minor. So this would be G harmonic minor with this little F sharp as an accidental, okay? All right, there's one more thing we got to do, and that's potentially the melodic minor. So the melodic minor is a little trickier. I'll just put an M down here. The melodic minor is going to raise 6 and 7 on the way up. So on the way up, you're going to have an E natural and an F sharp. And then on the way down, it's the natural minor. So we get both sides of the spectrum of those scale degrees. So when you're in a melodic minor scale, if you're playing something that's in the melodic minor, you're going to have lots of accidentals because you're sometimes having the raised or the lowered option of those. So let's go ahead and play through them. You're going to hear a recording in the background of a cello drone and the viola. And just to make it a little more interesting for our ears, I'm going to play in thirds. So we're going to hear the B flat major scale. To start with, I'm going to start, rather than on B flat, I'm going to start on a D flat. I'm sorry, on a D, not a D flat, sorry. And that way you can hear more of the harmony that's behind this. So one of the things I like to do with the studio as we're learning scales is try and figure out like a color or a time of day or a season or something that kind of you can connect with the scale. So since B flat major is on the light side, maybe it'll be a lighter color as opposed to a darker color. Everybody's different though. So here we go. Let's hear what this sounds like. love that. So B flat, would you say that it's, anxious sounding? Would you say that it's evil and horrible sounding? Would you say that it's cozy and comfortable or romantic, or, is it a spring feeling? Is it a winter feeling? Is it cold? Is it hot? Anything that you can think of. For me, I would definitely go with cozy and maybe a little romantic. So we're going to hear the opposite side of the spectrum. The complete opposite, polar opposite of that is G natural minor. So I'm going to do the same thing. You're going to hear a G cello drone, and then the viola is coming in on a G natural minor. Instead of starting on G myself, I'm going to start on B flat, so you can hear more of that harmony. So I would still kind of go for that. There's something that's kind of warm about it, but definitely very emotional sounding. I would maybe go for like a evening time, wintry, cozy, but maybe feeling lonely or sad about something, or just contemplative, maybe a sense of loss, or something like that. So, and also, by the way, I'm playing a little bit quietly today because I'm working with this new microphone. So I'm using like very little bow. Hopefully that's not bothering people. Hopefully the sound is okay. So we're going to hear the harmonic minor next, the G harmonic minor. This to me is, the harmonic minor is always like a little bit more salt on everything. So you just get a little bit more of a flavor. It has a very unique sound. So you're going to hear an F sharp. Here's the 6, and here's the raised 7th. There it is again. And one more time. Very interesting kind of sound. So it's definitely, what do you guys think? Does it have more of like an evil sound at all? Is it, for me, it's always got like a little more green in it. Whatever it is, I see like more of a dark, like emeraldy green to the harmonic minor. I don't know why. So next one we're going to hear is the melodic minor. This one raises 6 and 7 on the way up. So E natural, F sharp, you're going to hear a little lift, and then it's just kind of depressing on the way down. So moment of hopefulness, and then it's like, So I'm going to play this just in octaves with the recording. Here's the raised 6, raised 7, and then lowered. And of course, playing in tune would be nice. But anyway, so that's kind of the idea of all of these scales. So just to recap, when you look at a key signature and it has two flats, it can either be B flat major, which is warm and cozy and cuddly and romantic and lovely in my mind, or it can be the opposite, which is, you know, sitting by yourself, feeling lonely and sad, and it's dark, and maybe you have a fireplace and you have a book and a journal and all of your thoughts and emotions and all of that on a wintry night or something. So that's the kind of the opposite. Definitely both emotional sides of the spectrum. So we've written out B flat major on the top, and then you've got your three kinds of minor scales. You've got the natural minor, which is the same notes as the relative major. You've got the harmonic minor, which raises the seventh, so you'd have an F sharp accidental. You have the melodic minor, which raises and lowers 6 and 7 a half step. So on the way up you have a lift, you've got E natural, F sharp, and on the way down you have F natural, E flat on the way down. Okay, so I hope this was helpful and interesting. And if you practice your scales along with the recordings that I've provided, that would be great. You can play along just with me. It's just an octave with a cello drone, and you can start on any of the scale degrees to kind of do a little bit more ear training and practice hearing different harmonies. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you soon. Bye.